Welcome. Before you enter into the mirror, I would like you to take a deep breath and allow all of your mental barriers to become vulnerable to the messages you're about to receive. On this journey of life, we all have experiences, good, bad, and indifferent, that mold us into the individuals we are today. While trotting through life, we get caught up in all of its wonders, and seldom do we look and reflect on the paths we hold so dear. Join me in the mirror as we discover life's lessons through unruly reflection. Welcome back to another Unruly Podcast. Today we're going to be speaking about my present experiences with confidence. My present experience with confidence allows me to get rid of my past images. So that could be from my soccer star career to my handsome looks to how muscular I am or how muscular I was when I was weightlifting in college. All of these things are past images of myself. And now that I've embraced who I am right now, confidence has shown me that where you are right now is where you are. So regardless of what the thoughts are in your mind and the things that ego may tell you that you've achieved in the past, all of those things are irrelevant because you are where you are right now. So confidence allows me to see truth in where I am right now. And the first thing that it allowed me to do, and the first thing that confidence pushed me to do, was get rid of the images and those past images I just spoke about from the forefront of my brain, because a lot of the time many of us will lead with our past images. Our past images are past. They're in our past. They're in the history. So confidence first allows me to get rid of the BS and almost the noise that my brain and ego may bring on or push on to me at any given moment throughout the day. 2, when it comes to my present experience with confidence, the first thing I've realized is that when you gain more confidence, you gain more responsibility. And the responsibility isn't for you to then manage and see others to it that you have confidence, but the responsibility is that the amount of confidence that you're projecting onto others and into the atmosphere, you better have the work ethic to put up the same numbers that you're basically flaunting off. Because if I'm confident in whatever I'm confident in, or maybe I'm just confident in myself, I can't then be lazy. I can't then sit back on my ass and not do anything. I have to back up my confidence. And in present day experiences, I've learned that the confidence that you project has to be backed by something. Just how the dollar is backed by gold, you have to be backed by a work ethic or a worth that amounts to the amount of confidence that you're pushing off into the atmosphere. So continuing to put in the work and continuing to fight for the confidence that I believe in is something that I take very serious in my present experiences with confidence. And 3, lastly, this is one of the most important things that I've learned and am learning while in my present experiences with confidence, is that don't allow people's words or opinions of you shift or alter the way you feel about yourself in your confidence. So I was speaking to my mother the other day, and I expressed to her that when I was younger, I took the things that she said very literal. And what that forced me to do is it brought me to a space of going to the extreme. So, for example, when I was younger, I used to love taking pictures of myself. For me, this is just because I liked taking pictures and going in and editing them on my phone or on my iPad or whatever the case may be. I love taking pictures of myself and seeing the reflection of myself in something that I made later on. What it came to look like to others was that I'm almost giving this vanity type of aura off of me. And so what she told me was, always remember that your face is not something that is permanent, and you shouldn't get wrapped up in what you look like, because in a moment's notice you can lose it all. And I think as a young child, I lost all ambitions to continue taking pictures of myself, to where as an adult now, I have a hard time taking pictures. Now, while she may not have meant any harm to me while saying that, it totally changed and altered the way I went about doing things. Did this change my confidence about myself? Not necessarily, no, because I was still confident. But when it came to my looks, it put me on edge. So when it came to accepting compliments, when it came to dealing with scenarios where my looks were put in play and the confidence that came with having these looks came in play, I almost got weird about it, and I got a little awkward. So I tell you this to say, when it comes to your confidence in what people have to say, always run it back through your mind. And if this is something that has happened in your childhood, always revisit them and look them up and make sure that the things that you thought were serious and meant to take literal in the past, that you review them and make sure that they still are valid and in your mind in modern day. Confidence is not something that you can take on and you can put on and take off at night, but confidence is more so a mindset that you have to continue to embrace no matter where you are in life. So regardless of what people have to say, always know that you're in control of your mind. So what they say shouldn't necessarily penetrate, but should be put on a piece of paper, and then you give your own validation to that opinion, and clarify that with yourself. Because you can then end up in this slippery slope of thinking like, oh, am I cocky? Am I not what I think I am? And it'll lead you to an interesting place where you then compromise your own confidence. So always take a double look at what you hear from others and don't allow it to affect you to the point of you lose all of your self-esteem in yourself. So that pretty much wraps up my experiences with my present day confidence. It pretty much just boils down to making sure that you're not lost in your ego of your past images, knowing that the more that your confidence gains, the more you have to work to sustain and keep up with what you're speaking out of your mouth and or putting out into the universe. And lastly, don't allow people to project their own insecurities or feelings onto yourself without proper review on how they relate to you. Please join me on Friday at 6 p.m. where we'll be speaking about my future plans with confidence. I thank you again for listening. Have a great day.